So we are playing the Lizardmen. We're gonna go ahead and load things up here. Try to have as minimal delay as possible getting this kicked off. We are going to be playing as Lizardmen. There are two Lizardmen factions. There's the Krokgar over here. Well, the Last Defenders, I think, is the name of the faction. The leader is Krokgar. We'll probably tune the volumes once we get into the game. But I'm going to be playing as Lord Mazda Mundi here of Hexwaddle. Lord Mazda Mundi's like the Lord of the Sun or something like that. He's like the eldest and most powerful Slan there is. So if you don't know, with the Lizardmen, the Lizardmen is multiple races of lizard-type people. And the Slan are like these powerful super wizard, psychic, fat toads. So yeah, that's who we're going to be. The big frog. Bum, ba, bum. Yeah, the head is getting cut off. If I go, there we go. The camera set a wee bit too low. There we go. It'll still get cut off a little bit when I come in, but a little bit less now. So yeah, that's who we're going to play as over here. We are in the city of Hexwaddle, which I think is just like the city of the sun, or the solar city or something like that. It is the place. Lizardmen was made by the old ones, the old gods or whatever. And we are like one of the primary forces of like fighting against like the demons and the chaos and all that kind of stuff. You know, they've got a certain wildness to them. In terms of like some of their units will go on rampages and things like that. But there's a very sort of like orderliness to their society and responsibility for things and that sort of stuff. They are a very, 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 very old empire. And I kind of like that vibe. Because to me, they don't feel super chaotic. They don't necessarily, I guess, feel lawful, but sort of? I don't know. Yeah, where's my lizard hat? A great question. I don't have an appropriate hat for this campaign, so we'll have to figure something out. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start this, and I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna crank the in-game volume here and let you guys listen to the initial cutscene. I do have campaign introduction turned off. This is really, it's partially adds a couple of story elements, but mostly it's a tutorial mode that I find takes a long time to sort of work through. So we're gonna leave that off, but we still will get the cutscene. So I'm gonna shh, and we're gonna listen to the cutscene.
Since the days of creation, the reptiles have dominated the jungle continent of Lustria. The ignorant call the creatures Lizardmen. The wise know them as defenders of the world. In ages past, the Old Ones had a plan. But then the stellar gates collapsed, the Old Ones fled, and demons flooded the mortal plane. Led by the Slan, the Lizardmen fought the demons that surged across Lustria. Yet, it was the elves that created the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphoned the world of chaos, withering demonkind. The world was saved, but the vortex endures only because it is bolstered by the power of the Slan, via the Great Warding. If the warding should fail, the demons will return.
The forked tongue of Sotek hangs low in the sky. The Slan have felt it. Now I see it. Brighter, clearer. Its hiss disturbs the winds of magic. Yoked Tagrax, the sacred plaques. One prophecy shines above all others. Vortex be deciphered. If our master will not wake, we journey to the city of the sun.
Okay, dokie. We are back. Longer than I thought the cutscene would be. Already getting some great advice in the chat about where to get started in places, so thank you very much for that. Also, we got another contribution to the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. Maybe perhaps with the Lizardmen being kind of... I just realized I screwed up my mic volume. There we go, that should be better. With the sort of Lizardmen being kind of Aztec-y kind of theme, should be sort of like a Mayan chocolate kind of thing we should go looking for. I don't know. Empty Dice, thank you very much. Exterminate all the filthy, warm-blooded creatures. Absolutely. You can't trust these warm bloods. These creatures that reproduce through, like biological means instead of being spawned in some sort of, like, great pool. What's up with that? Absolutely, we have to exterminate them all. And Yukofin as well, thank you very much. Cool, can't wait to get my hands on this game. Well, I think it comes out next week, like on the 20th or something like that, so it should be fine. Yeah, this will not be a pacifist playthrough, except in the normal sense of all my playthroughs are pacifist, because by the end of it, everyone else is dead, and therefore, you know, no more wars. The comment has driven the warm bloods to madness. Turn your keen eyes against those who raise your something. Those that trespass against the great plan must suffer the consequences, my children. The will of the old gods must be fulfilled. Yeah, in the lore, Mazda Mundi was, like, powerful enough to, like, take down entire cities with, like, one spell, basically. Obviously, in the game, things are going to be balanced a little bit differently, but boom! Is the FPS being bad? I'm just letting the stream catch up to my preview here so I can compare. Seems pretty responsive to me. I don't know. Looks okay here, so hopefully most people is going to be alright. Yeah, most people are saying FPS is good. It looks fine. Okay, so yeah, if you're having problems with FPS, restart, maybe switch from, you know, switch to source mode, switch away from source mode, try something on your end, because as far as I can tell, we are okay. I mean, only stream at 30 FPS, just because I'm, you know, 1080p. 1080p 60 FPS is kind of hard to do. So we get some info on the Lizardmen over here. We've got this Geomantic Web, which we form by taking more cities, erecting a variety of buildings, and empowering the Geomantic Web, which gives us much more powerful commandments, plus I think some other things. One of the big plots going on in this particular setting is that all of the different factions are trying to perform some sort of a ritual here, which I think will give them more control over the Maelstrom or something to that effect. And for us to power the ritual, we need to find more ancient plaques. We do produce some. The Lizardmen are very practical. They write all their prophecies and whatever on golden plaques because those things, you know, they never deteriorate. It's not like this crappy, like, people make these sort of books out of wood pulp. What's up with that? The second that gets wet, it turns to crap. So they're pretty smart about these plaques. We do produce some, and we might be able to find some caches of them in a few different places. So we'll take a look at that. We'll dismiss you. We'll dismiss you. We're getting another mission issued. Oh, we have to construct the temple precinct in Hexwaddle, which is almost certainly not how you pronounce this, and I terribly apologize for it, but deal with it. Hextown over here. We can rename cities. As I say, should we rename cities after subscribers? Maybe not cities. Maybe we'll leave the city names, but we can rename our military units after subscribers, our divisions, and that might be the better way to do it. Anyway, this is just This mission is just get this city to the next tier of the city, and then you'll get a slight reward, because it'll feel good, so that's going to be okay. Yeah, prefer the immersion. Yeah. So we're going to leave the city names as is, but we'll rename some of our military units and things like that, because that's going to be okay, and that'll add a little bit more of a personal touch. So, the Warmbloods, this is the Skeggi over here, some Norse humans, or something like that. Have taken some cities over here, the Monolith of the Fallen God and the Ziggurat of Dawn, both of which are in our primary province of the Isthmus of Lustria here, and that's going to be our first target. And then they also have their capital city over here of Skeggi that we may as well take. That'll be in another province over here, which the rest of the cities are occupied by these Southerners over here with their New World colonies, and we'll have to make a decision about what to do with them. We are at war with the Skeggi, we're not at war with anyone else right now. To our west and north, and actually south, these are ruins. Almost certainly they're not actually ruins. Almost certainly they're actually inhabited by Skaven. But Skaven cities just look like ruins on the map, so we'll see how it goes. It's a made-up language. It's not EU4. Go to town with the pronunciation. Excellent. Okay, yes, and we will retake this province first. So, if we do get all the point to where we occupy any settlement belonging to the Skeggi, like the Monolith of the Fallen God, we'll get a bonus of gold and some more ancient plaques. More ancient plaques, we regenerate our resources for the rituals. Our objective here, there are two. We can just go and, like, beat everyone up. I gotta move my head. There you go, somewhere over there, probably. We can just go and beat everyone up. Or we can go, if we complete the great rituals, all the rituals here, then we get to do the final battle and win the game that way. Somehow. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Alfian, thank you very much for the tip contribution to Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. For the Flies and Sun Lamps Fund. Oh, for the lizards. I get it. Okay. So, this is our army right now. We've got Lord Mazda Mundi leading this. He just, like, there's a specific word for this, but this, like, floating throne thing of awesome. Just, like, levitates this throne and goes around like that. We've got ourselves some temple guards with us. A couple of units of Saurus warriors, a couple of units of skink cohorts, which throw poison javelins, and we have one Bastillodon, which is a big, but not, sort of a medium-sized, in terms of what we can do, armored dinosaur with a giant laser beam on its back. Because why wouldn't you want dinosaurs with frickin' laser beams on their backs, right? Now, as far as I know, all of the campaigns, both in Warhammer 1 and 2, start you off sort of like this, and I think we have everything we need to just go ahead after the Monolith of the Fallen God as is, without recruiting any reinforcements. So we're going to send you over there. Push comes to shove, we discover that it's too badass, we can run away and recruit some people. But, yeah, we're going to be totally fine. Totally fine over here. This is being defended by some basic settlement garrisons. We've got some axemen, more axemen. Oh, I guess these are great axes, so two-handers, as opposed to one-hander, and one unit of Chaos War Hounds. We should crush this with ease, to the point where we could automate this. Like, normally I will automate the fights that are so one-sided here. But it's our very first fight of the game. So, let's go ahead and fight the battle. And then, it'll be good, because it's an easy fight that I should win. I should 100% win, which will give us a good opportunity for you guys to point out all the things that I'm not doing right or optimally. Let's get as much out of that way as possible so that when we get to the real fights, I may have some inkling as to what to do next. Yeah, always fight the first battle. Yeah. Dinosaurs plus laser cannons equals... I love that emote. Alright, we could risk magic for more magic, but I'll just start deployment. It's going to be fine. Excellent. Oh yeah, I'm still used to having the debug camera from how I was using in Warhammer 1. I haven't gone and messed with the ini files to get the debug camera, which allows you to go a little further and higher up and things like that to get a better sense. So this is going to be kind of close in, but that's okay. Camera, reminding myself of the controls. We can shift to move faster. Excellent. So this is just the deployment phase. Somewhere out here is going to be our opposition, and we are setting up over here in this yellow area. Lord Mazda Mundi, I mean, he's not a bad fighter. Like, he's got a ton of hit points. He's going to be hard to kill. He doesn't move particularly fast. I mean, he hits hard-ish, I guess. Well, that's pretty goddamn hard at 360. So, I mean, he can fight pretty well. But one of the big things is he also provides an aura around himself that gives a leadership boost. So I always like to have my Lord, like, right in the middle of my dudes. I don't know if that's how people equip themselves, but we'll see. I'm going to assume people are going to run through this little sort of causeway area over here, so we'll line up vaguely in that area. It is worth noting that our Skinks, these guys, are aquatic. Where other units of small stature struggle to fight and move in shallow water, not that it specified how they struggle, aquatic units excel, not that it specifies how they excel. Does that mean we just ignore water? Does it mean we get a bonus in water? I don't know, actually. I don't know. Doesn't say anything under speed, doesn't have an extra breakdown of anything. Yeah, I have no idea how to judge that. Bastillid in front, Saurus line, Skinks behind. Actually, that's interesting, because normally, I would think artillery's got to be in the back, right? You have the artillery behind. But the Bastillidin has 7,000 hit points and 140 frickin' armor. It also causes terror. Oh, mouse over water while having Skink selected. Oh, I can't right now because it's deployment phase. But yeah, you're right. The freaking Bastillidon is goddamn, like, immune to everything. Let's have it right on the front line. Oh, I gotta be a little further back. There we go. Right on the front line. I like it. I'm going to have some warriors here. We'll probably lock in some of these formations in a second, but, you know, warriors there. I'm thinking we have the Skinks behind them. You know what? I'll put my Lord here to try to balance things out. We'll have the Temple Guards over here. That's going to be okay. And then, yeah, the Skinks are going to be behind. Now, they only have 3 javelins each. Well, like, each individual Skink has 3 javelins. And then after that, they run into melee. They're not as tough as our Sorns, but they're actually not bad. It's not that the javelins necessarily do that much damage either, but the big deal is they're poisonous. So for 10 seconds after a hit, people have minus 20 to 25% penalty to, like, all the things, which seems pretty good. So yeah, we have the Sorns flanking the Dinosaur. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all these melee people now that I've got them in here. Maybe I'll fail to do that properly. Do I have them all? There we go. Excellent. And I'll go ahead and group the 2 range people as well. I don't know if we're going to have them locked or anything like that. Do people use guard all the time? How important do you feel it is to turn on guard with your line units? So with guard, let's say you engage in battle and someone runs away. The default mode is people will chase the running unit. In guard mode, they will stand their ground and not move. So, guard is very important. Guard is irrelevant. That is so Twitch. Literally, one comment. Guard is very important. The line immediately under is guard is irrelevant. Most people think guard's pretty handy. I have the Temple Guards, guard Mazda Mundi probably. Yeah, well, we'll just go with this for now. Tell you what, I will go ahead and throw guard mode on the front. The thing is, I feel like it's probably usually important for people because under game settings, there's actually an explicit option to say default guard mode. So, I mean, if it's like the default, there's an option to have it on by default, I expect people to use it a lot. Guard's really handy in bigger battles. Twitch chat confirmed best potential politician. It's the whole Lord of the Rings things, right? Do not go to the elves for advice, for they will say both yes and no. Do not go to Twitch chat for advice. Thank you very much, Naughty Trouser Snake, for that contribution to the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. Hey, Quill, so glad to see you playing this game, even if you're playing as a Lizardman. Hopefully, I'll get to see you play some Skaven come release day. I would have liked to play Skaven, but TB had already claimed Skaven. And fair enough. Because obviously they're the best. I do like the Skaven a lot. That's what I played at the pre-release event in San Francisco, and it was excellent. Foul... Working night shift makes it rare to catch a stream, but I have. Enjoy your channel and use it away to settle down after work. P.S. Do you like rum? I do like rum. And also Briarstone likes rum. And sometimes we like rum together. And then we don't remember what happens the rest of the night, but usually there's some pretty good videos on YouTube shortly afterwards. So yeah. And Mugafuga, thank you very much as well. War for Petra. Nice to your streams. At least I can see due to the time difference in Sweden. Oh! Well, thank you very much. Or I should say tack. Anyway, I'll leave the default guard mode off for now. That's going to be okay. I think we can just go ahead and start the battle over here. So we've got time controls. We've got super sweet slow motion stuff. It's going to be fine. I expect these guys will run up. And they are. Oh yeah, what kind of magic do I start with right now with my lord? I held the cold-blooded ability that I can use to replenish hit points. I've got harmonic convergence. I put it on a specific individual, give them a bonus to melee attack and melee defense. And I have apotheosis, replenishes hit points of combatants and can cause fear. So we'll just wait for that to engage, and that's going to be okay. Are they moving up? Oh no, they stopped. All right, fair enough. So that's okay, because what I'm going to do, I'm already locked in formation, so I'm just going to scrooch up further. That's probably enough, actually. The lines look a little funny, but no, we're okay. I'm going to just scrooch up some more like this, just so that we can get our siege weapons within range of these guys, and they'll be forced to move forward. Now, if I do mouse over the water with the Skinks, it doesn't look like they can go there. I guess that's too deep. That's impassable water. That's different from other types of water. Okay, it's good to know. Healing your big dinos is very useful. Yeah, that does sound right. And yeah, I am attacking them. So there's a timer at the top. You can actually change the default timer. If the time runs out, then the defending army wins. I think the Bastillodon is in range. I don't see an icon. I guess we're just shy, aren't we? All right, let's go right up to the threshold over here. There we go. So the Bastillodon should be able to start shooting. You do have fire at will on? Off. On. There we go. It was on. I'm charging my lasers! Fire! There it is! Boom! Oh, I should have been over here to see the outcome. Left a little bit of crater, definitely killed some people, so they're going to be forced forward now. They have no choice. Use arrow keys when selected to move army in formation. Wait, really? Okay, well, I'm not going to move them now, but I'm definitely going to keep them in. Is it what, P to pause? Who the hell are these guys? Chaos War Hounds. Oh, and my Temple Guards are on the wrong flank for that, but that's going to be okay. They're going to get shot by some arrows here. They might try to do a little bit more of a flanky move. I'm going to individually move this source group like that. And I'll actually move my lord over here. So they'll change a bit. I just want to guard my my javelins a bit. I suppose I could pin them down. Alright, my lord might be getting attacked from the rear a little bit, but I think it's okay. Can I just, like, right-click and say, listen, go nuts. Just beat the crap out of these guys. Do I want to use any magic yet? I suppose I could magic myself. But you know what? I'm going to magic the Saurus Warriors, because I want to make sure to reduce how many losses we get there. It looks like they're mostly in the combat. So that's going to be fine. The unsupported are cavalry moving in seems like a bit of a mistake. Boom! There we go. These guys have already broken, so that's fine. I'm going to move my axemen, well, Saurus Warriors back over here to close that up again. Spell was wasted. War Hounds are worthless. Yeah, but it gave us extra, you know, armor and defense here. Save the life of one source. It's all worth it. Alright, Temple Guards, you're going to come in here. And if I do that, and then do that, you should come in from behind, get that flank. We're still arrowing everyone. Go ahead. No one's taking any real damage yet, so I'm going to save my apotheosis. Yeah, they're all healing spells, so I'm going to hold up. Let's take a look at how the Bastillodon's doing. He's just smashing the hell out of guys. Boom! Oh, holy crap! Well, that was quick. Warhounds aren't cav, they're basically basic flankers. They're meant to kill unprotected squishies. Line infantries murder them. Oh, they're not even proper cavalry. So we can wait here for a second, just get a few extra kills on these guys as they run. Before we officially go and, like, cancel out of this battle. But we've already won. They're completely broken. I'd just, like, charge our laser one more time. It's got a pretty long cooldown. I didn't realize the Skinks on this are actually shooting their javelins as well. That's interesting. Oh, there we go! Kaboom! Alright, I'm satisfied with that. End battle. Make sure to auto-charge the sources. 3 is an arbitrary number, not the number of javelins you have. Well, okay. I just figured each individual dude had 3. They don't seem to all fire them at once, though, so it's... Okay. In any case, they don't have a lot of... They tend to run out of ammo before the battle ends, is the point.